Hello, and welcome to episode 2 of the casual tutorial. So we just killed Ogre here. And so we are going to head on through here immediately. Now we're going to grab this gourd seed here. This is used to upgrade our healing. We're going to run past. There's a mini boss there. If we kill him, he gives us a bead, which I haven't actually talked about what beads are. So beads are an item here that will let us upgrade our health and posture, which you use here, enhance physical attributes. But you see you need 4 here. Okay. You need 4 here. And even if we kill that mini boss right now, we're still not going to have 4. So we're going to wait and come back to this later. So we're going to head through the canyon here. There's a snake that you're supposed to dodge. Like, he kind of has like certain set attack patterns. So you can grapple to this branch here, jump down to this ledge here. And if you get that red, then you need to wait to the right there and then run forward. If you don't get the red, you can run straight forward. If you do die, it's not like a big deal. Just get up and then follow the same path. Run straight along here. It's slightly faster when you're on these little ledges here if you like kind of vibrate the control stick forward, but it's not like necessary. Then run to the right of the palanquin here and then to the left to avoid the attack. You're supposed to wait in the palanquin and then stab his eye. So you could do that if you want. It's faster to just run right and then left. And then just grapple forward like so. So that's what I'm going to do. There is an Akko sugar down there, if you want to grab that for a free damage buff. And then do grab these gotchins here as well. So now we did pick up that gourd seed, so you could travel back to the shrine and give that gourd seed to Emma if you want. But I don't need it for the fight personally, so I'm not going to bother. I'm going to run past this guy. I'm going to kill him because this is where he's at. And then drop down here and grab this 500 cent pouch, which you will need for something that we're going to buy after the boss here. And then we have our first full-on boss here, Gyoubu. There is a cheese for him, which I suppose I could show, but I don't think the cheese is easier than the fight. So I will show the fight first. So we're going to head down. The firecrackers here are going to be good against him. 2, 3, 4, 5. Firecracker to stun. In phase 1, he just kind of sits there and takes it. And then he likes to run away like this, so just kind of follow him until he lets you grapple to him. And then I did enough hits there to stagger him. You see, he takes a lot of hits, but it's just like... follow him. If you're on his right side, like... well, his left side like this, he'll just kind of miss as well with a lot of stuff. But yeah, just kind of follow him and then grapple to him when you get the chance, because it will stun him. Yeah, if he's walking like that, you can just kind of back up and wait for him to do something, but if you parry him, he will stop and let you attack him immediately. Now, if you firecracker him in phase 2 like that, then he'll do that attack where he tries to hit you. But the main thing to note about firecrackers is that in addition to giving you that stun effect, they do also deal like posture damage to him because he's counted as a like an animal or a beast kind of enemy, and in general they're gonna like actually take posture damage from you using firecrackers on them like that, which is very handy. And even, in fact, so there's a cooldown on the actual stagger. If you firecracker multiple times, you won't get like tons of staggers, but you will still deal posture damage. So like if he's really low, you can just kind of firecracker him. So 5 and then firecracker is my recommendation. Hit him, he'll run away. You grapple to him. Then you can just kind of... Now, if you want, you can kind of just continuously, like, kind of try to avoid him or just, like, hard block and wait for him to do things like that where you can grapple to him and then hit him. Like, if I just hold here and then run away. You can bait him into specific attacks. And at least then you can just kind of drain his health slowly. You can just miss. So the phase 2 jump, you can walk under him like that. You don't even have to time anything. I'll just go ahead and firecracker stun here. Into the normal hit stun. I'm just trying to show like a variety of his attacks. Yeah, see if you avoid his hits like that, then he'll just give you this instead. And you can just kind of back out whenever you're feeling uncomfortable. This boss mostly isn't too hard. It'll probably take you a few tries, but it's not like that bad. And you can use the firecrackers to bail you out of certain attacks, just to get free posture damage and some extra hits there. And I don't think it'll take most people too many tries. I'll show the cheese now. I don't, like, if you're really struggling, like, you could try it, but it's a little bit difficult. So there's a technique that we have in speedruns that I usually just call a late jump. So first I have to path to this kind of specific way around that fence, through these 2 swords, through this grass, jump, wall kick, and ledge grab to climb up here. And then I'm going to run off this corner and I'm going to jump like really late, basically, as the name would imply, which is going to let you like kind of jump as you're running off. And then if you just kind of hug on the ledge here, he will kind of path off after you. This is one of the easier late jumps. Like, how hard or easy it is to do that, like, kind of varies by what you're trying to jump off of, but it's still not free by any means, and he can hit this tower and break it, like, while you're jumping it, so... This would not be my recommendation. I think you're going to get it faster if you just fight him. Like, it might take you a few tries, but it's not going to be terribly difficult. Especially with firecrackers. And then, so we got a memory here for killing Gyoubu since he's a full boss, which we use with the enhanced attack power. And that's going to give us a damage increase. And the way that attack power scales is that you're going to get a bigger damage increase early on, percentage-wise, than you will like later in the game. But right now, getting these and using them matters a lot. And then we have to run over here to do some story stuff. So we're going to do that first. But also we can spend the Sen pouches that we picked up at this merchant here, because he will sell us a gourd seed. So sell this divine grass that we got in Harada. 1 of these, and then 2 light coin purses. Oh, gotta actually buy the thing. And then we buy this gourd seed down at the bottom here. And then we can go back and use that when we get the chance. And then, so this guy, this is Ishin. He has a quest. You don't have to do the quest, but you do have to come talk to him and say yes or no to his quest to actually be able to continue the game later. So we do need to do that. And then we're going to grapple up here. This is like an optimal climb. You don't have to do that. But so for that last jump, I just... Again, you don't have to... You could do this slowly, but you grapple there, here, and then you just jump forward and hold like the grab button, and he'll just magnet to this beam here. Otherwise, it can be like a little finicky to get. Then we got a bead here. So now we see we're at 3. And I'm just going to jump down. Just trying to jump. Nah, oh well. There's a 100 sen pouch up here, is what I'm trying to get to. It's not like a big deal. But we'll grab that while we're here. And now, so for his quest, you're supposed to kill... He says kill the rats, which are up there, but you only have to kill one of them. I will equip the axe here to show something. Shouldn't be necessary. But we'll just open the door. Run through. You can kill this guy or not. I'm just going to kill him. You can just kind of run up to him and hit him. He won't have time to shoot you. And then so you have to kill the short guys. It has to be one of these 3 short guys. You can't kill the one that was by that idol over there. It has to be one of these 3. So you can just backstab this guy, and you can run right back to Ishin now if you want. But I'm going to show something else about these guys while we're here. So these hats, if you try to hit them, like see they block like that. But their hats are counted as shields. So you can hit them so that they block like that and then just use the axe to chop right through them. People find those guys annoying casually if they don't have the axe, because they don't, or they don't realize. I definitely didn't realize first playthrough that you can just use the axe to kill them. And then we'll go back and turn in this quest, which is going to give us another skill tree, which we're not going to use yet, but eventually we'll use some things from the skill tree. There's not really a good reason to not just go ahead and do this casually, because you can just run up and shank one of those guys. It doesn't really take any time. Then we'll warp back to Temple, so we can use the 2 gourd seeds we've got, and then we also want to get another esoteric text, which is what the skill trees are called, from Sculptor, now that we have enough experience to have a skill point. And we do need to do that now, or we would want to do that now. 1, 2. Because one of the skills we get from this we can use on the next boss. There we go. So we're going to grab the Makiri counter here. And this is what's going to let us deal with thrust attacks. Here. That's all we're going to grab for now. And then we're going to warp to Underbridge Valley. So this is where we grabbed that idol right after the general here that I said wouldn't really do us any good to kill yet. But now it will, because we only need 1 more bead. So rather than going from the front, we're going to go from the back, which is going to let us stealth kill all of these guys, like so. So kill that one, grapple up here. This guy will alert the others if you start killing the guys down below. So that's why we need to do that. Just sneak up behind this guy. Sprint a little bit, sneak up, kill this guy. Then we kill this guy. The gunman will hear me. Doesn't matter. You can just wail on the gunman until he dies. And it doesn't alert the boss. And then we just drop down, kill this guy, and then run around and backstab this guy. And now this guy has some moves that are different from the other general, but he's still fairly easy. And we have our extra attack power from killing the boss, but I'm going to try and get him to do the thrust so I can show the Makiri. So that's his sweep, which we were supposed to kick. I'll go ahead and let him heal. On this stance, you just walk up to him and immediately hold block to block that one. That's one of the things that trips people up the most, that the other general doesn't have. It's a sweep. I need him to do the thrust, please. He will just do it from here. Let him heal his posture again. Please do the thrust combo. There we go. So that's Mikiri. You just want to dodge straight forward into him. The main thing to know with Mikiri, the timing on it is fairly generous. It's just that you need the skill, you need to be dodging forward, like into the hitbox. So if he's thrusting like this way, and I'm over here, and I dodge into it that way, that won't work. You have to dodge like towards the attack, like directly into it. Like they're in front of you and you go forward. So if he's thrusting from my right and I go like that, that'll work. But if he's like thrusting like to the side and I go like into it like that, it won't work. That's the main thing that people mess up with Mikiri. But the actual time window on it is fairly generous. And now, because we've done that, we can go ahead and get our first health upgrade here, which will hopefully help us for Bull. We go to Ashina Castle Gate. And we will head on into Bull. Now there's like a couple ways to do this fight. I'll show what I think it's like maybe the harder way to learn, but it makes the fight so much better, honestly. But I will show the way that people usually do it casually after, even though like I just find that way 1,000 times more frustrating, personally. But also, we will grab some stuff. There is like a little Sen pouch here. And over here, there's some extra gotchins, which you can use for stealthing around later. So those are nice to have. Then there's two guys here. I'm just going to kill the spear guy from here. Because the gunman I can just wail on him, basically, until he dies. So the main thing to know about Bull is that he has like fire on his head. So even if you parry his head attacks, you will still take some damage, even if you time it perfectly. Because sometimes people think they're not timing it right, and that's why they're taking damage. But elemental damage will go through your guard most of the time, even if you parry. There are some exceptions we'll talk about later, but that's the big thing. However, despite that, I think you are still better off parrying his head, because he takes so much more damage if you hit him in the head compared to if you hit his butt. But I will show both, because some people find hitting his butt easier. And also, this is a beast-type boss, so firecrackers will deal actual posture damage to him. So we'll run up here, backstab. I'm gonna bait him to hit these two guys by staying over here. And then I kind of want him to charge at me here. And then I parry that, he'll turn around. Hit his head, which will cause him to stagger. So the big thing with parry strats is you really want to stay in front of him. Yeah, he set me on fire there, but it won't deal enough damage to kill me. And then you finish him off like that. So the big thing with parry strats is you want to like keep kind of backing up and make sure you stay in front of him, and then can hit so that your swings hit his head. You'll deal so much damage, it goes so much faster. But I will show the way that people often do this casually. Okay, so same start as before. I'm gonna stab this guy. I'm gonna run up wait here for Bull to kill these two. And I'm gonna like stay away from the charge instead, as if I don't know how to parry it. I can also firecracker him to get him still. And then I'm just gonna stay back here. Because he doesn't have a lot to hit you there. If you kind of follow and stay behind. It's just that you deal like no damage. So just always stay behind him. Try to loop. And he'll keep trying to charge at me, but firecrackers should be off cooldown now. I can just do that. But I am whittling his health down. And I'm not generally having to learn to parry stuff. Nor am I taking chip damage from the fire. But it's so slow, see, like, this is ideally what you want. He keeps triple charging, unfortunately, because he can do that. But, like, just dodge away from him like that to avoid the charge if you don't want to parry it. Yeah, see. Okay, now when he goes into this, he's gonna hopefully hit a wall and he'll just die anyway. So you don't actually have to kill him anyway. We don't have to take all of his health down. That's usually how people do it, first try casually. So that is there if you don't want to learn to parry him, but man, it goes so much faster when you parry him. Oh, I don't have Mikiri on the save file. But yeah. So that is Bull. And I think we will end the episode here for today, and we'll do Ashina Castle and Genichiro next. So, yeah, it was fun. I'll see you all in the next one.